Hello, we're here on the Kennet and Avon Canal at Hungerford, and what I've got to show you today, I've been very excited about this. After the legendary launch of my Supercharged Natural Black, I've been asked when am I going to do a finer mix, when's it happening? Well, the first products we brought out back end of last year have gone so well. Now we've brought out this one, which is, as you can see, if I turn it round, a much finer mix. Well, you probably couldn't get it any finer. And we've called it the Supercharged Extra Fine Canal Mix. For all you canal, drain anglers or small fish anglers, this is the one to get hold of and use. I'm going to knock it up now and just show you how fine it is, and when you riddle it, there's less food content in here than in this one, probably half the food content. So therefore, with smaller fish, if you was using my Supercharged Natural Black, which is a slightly larger mix because it's not crushed down as fine, it will fill the fish up quicker, and the smaller fish don't need so much of it. With this, it will keep the smaller fish feeding longer in your peg, and that's why we've come to this lovely stretch of the canal at Hungerford on the Kennet and Avon, just to show you how it works. So let me just mix it up and show you the way I mix it up. Same as I mix up all my mixes, be it commercial, river. Let's empty 2 bags. And what I love about these bags is if you're not using it all, you can just pour some out and just seal the top up. It's awesome. So you've got to try and tie it or put it in another container. Incidentally, if you want to add some food content, just add some brown crumb. So if you're using this fine mix in the summertime and you feel you can get away with a little bit more food content in it, then put some brown crumb with that. It just adds food content to it. But I'm not going to use it neat here, but you can see where I've emptied it. It's so fine. It's like flour. But you can see all the food content that's in there, but obviously it's ground down finer, and there's not the amount that's in my Supercharged Natural Black. So see how fine it is. Let's just add the water. So simply always add the water to the ground bait. Never add the ground bait to the water. You don't need lots of water with this, but the same procedure with all my ground baits when I knock them up. I get to my peg first of all, unless I've knocked them up the night before, if I feel I'm going to be a little rushed, if you've got a long walk. Just knock out when you straight away as soon as you get to your peg. But just gradually add the water, and like all the other mixes, I just knock it up so it's just over damp, because it will soak up a little bit. And then give it 10 minutes and then run it through a riddle. So there we are, that's all mixed up in there. I'll just leave that to stand. I'll come back and I'll riddle it off in 10 minutes. Okay, there we are, we've let it stand for 10 minutes. And as you can see, it's slightly dry when I had knocked it up first of all, because that's where all the ingredients have soaked the water up. Just give it a little loosen in your hands. Now I'm going to empty this into another container, and I'm going to run it through a riddle. Now, because it's summertime and obviously the fish are going to be feeding more so than they would winter time, I'm going to run it through this big riddle first that I'd normally use. But before I run it through that, I could quite easily run it through this fine riddle, which I would come winter time, when this mix will really come into its own on venues where there are a lot of bigger roach than that, but it's going to give them less feed. So I just simply tip it on the riddle, as I always do. You see those little lumps in there, and every piece will just push through that riddle. There'll be nothing left. Just repeat the process again. A lot of anglers still use drills. In fact, when I go to Ireland I still use drills, but even in Ireland when I'm fishing, I'll knock out with a drill because it's easier, because you're doing big large amounts, and then I'll still push it through a riddle because it just aerates the ground bait. It's very similar like making a cake really, that if you made a cake and you didn't really make it fine and you put the flour through a sieve, you'll end up with a cake with a stodgy lumpy mix. So, and it's like that to the fish. So there we are. Look, I've run it through a riddle. You can see no lumps, all nice and fine, but slightly larger little bits because I've run it through a larger riddle. But I'll just show you, without pushing any through, if I use this fine riddle, just put riddle like that, again you've got lumps and I can push those lumps through. All those lumps will push through there, all of them. And I'm making now a finer mix. But obviously I don't want it that fine as it's summertime. Not one lump, not one even, there's a lot of hemp in this ground bait. Even the husk, there's not one piece left. If I'd done that with the Supercharged Natural Black, where it is of a larger mix, it's got more food content, I'd have bits of husk left on there. Which I want when I'm fishing venues, especially in Ireland, or venues where there's a lot of bigger fish. You want that bigger food content. So nothing left at all. And look, you've got two riddled mixes. If I hold them up, you can see, well hopefully you can see, there's larger pieces in there than in there. And you cannot do that with a Supercharged Natural Black, only with a Canal Fine. So we're going to put this to work now and just see how good the ground bait really is. Let's get fishing. Right, just to get started, I'm going to put some squats in my extra fine canal mix. As you can see, I'm going to make up 3 balls. And what's great about this mix is, to be fair, it's probably more sticky, even though it's finer, than the Supercharged Natural bait, because where it's finer it really holds together, and I've put it in a fish tank to see, and it just breaks up. It's incredible, providing you use that procedure I've shown you where you mix it up, let it stand and riddle it. So I'm going to cup in now 3 balls across, probably a metre off this barge opposite. I'm going to fish my favourite loose fed squat over the top of it. There's 3 balls out there which will congregate the fish in a tight area, and then loose feed me squats as you would over a spread area. Put 3 balls in, roughly in the same spot. Just lined it up with a middle porthole window on that barge. I put a few loose squats in there as well. And I'm going to put 1 ball short over a caster line, just to have another line to try and prove that even the big fish will come over this mix. A few casters. See them in the ground bait there. I'll just put that, a few loose casters on the shorter line. And I'll just strip some casters over there and have a look on there later on. So now I'm going to start across. I'm regularly going to loose feed some squats. You see in a big area towards the ground baited area. I'm going to fish it with one of my MP1 7x10 pole floats. I'm going to start with a pinky on the hook, as I normally do summertime on the canals. A single fluoro pinky, in amongst my loose fed squat over the ground baited area out there. So let's hope there's a few fish on that ground bait. An indication straight away then. wind's a bit strong there, gusting down. That went to go then straight away, but, and again. Which I'm thinking in my mind, oh, there we are, little fish, as I say, they're small fish, maybe thinking it's got to be better. So straight away, first drop, over the ground bait. Little tiny roach. I'll give it 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes maximum on a pinky, and then if I'm catching well I'll stick on it. If not, then I'll change to a squat and see what happens. But it's telling me straight away, knowing the Kennet and Avon Canal, there's a lot of small fish. I know there are bonus fish, there's a lot of small fish. So again, lay the rig in. There used to be some squats out there. Oh yeah, bite straight away. So it should get better. But there are small fish. This one's a little bit bigger. Nice roach, nice size roach. 2.5, 3 ounce. I said that was a trout jumped out the canal then, up there. Morning. Yeah, lots of little fish. Yeah, haven't got any tea yet though. Double boated. That's alright. Is that your own boat? Yeah. Very nice. So you catch a fish there and all that. Okay, we've just seen there 4 boats or 5 boats have come through, and I've been double boated as well. So I'm now going to top it up to get those fish back tight in the area where I want them, because hopefully they wouldn't have moved away, it's just coloured up well. But I'll cut one ball in and I'll just show you how good this ground bait is, how quick the fish will go on it, because if they didn't like it, they won't go on it. So I'm going to cut this ball in, and I guarantee I'll go straight out, lay my rig in, and it'll go under. If it don't, then the ground bait's no good. So let's see. Let's put it to the test. Now I know I've got that confidence in that ground bait, in that mix, that I'll be straight back on this. Let's see, let's lay it in. It's still well coloured out there. I'm sure that'll go. A little indication then straight away. Thought that was going to bury then. So it just held out, just a little stab in it, so probably a small fish. There we are. Oh, it's not a small fish. It doesn't feel like a small fish. Maybe a little perch. There, that was instant. Oh, it's getting bigger as it comes in all the time. A little skimmer. Oh, look at that. Incredible. Straight over that ground bait. Lovely little, well, it's the hybrid again, another little hybrid. Absolutely immaculate. Look at that. Shows how good that bait is. Right, let's bring the fish up and see what we've caught. All on the new Hinders Extra Fine Canal mix. Now I reckon I fished probably 3 hours. First of all, beautiful £2 hybrid. And if I can just lift up there so you can see, and there's double figures of roach in there. A couple of smaller hybrids, lovely day's fishing. Let's put them back in the water, and don't forget, give the mix a go. It definitely works. Let's put them back.